Well, the Super Bowl party is on, and if you're planning a party or you're invited to a party, I have 4 recipes I think you should consider. They are my favorite appetizers and dips, perfect for a party. They are so good and so easy to make. Pizza dip, a cheesy dip with pepperoni, black olives, and marinara sauce. It's a pizza on a chip, really good. Texas Super Bowl dip. This creamy, cheesy dip is full of corn, tomatoes, and chili peppers and is so addictive. Served hot or just warm with thick corn chips. Crawfish Boulette, otherwise known as Crawfish Balls. Crunchy on the outside and savory on the inside, full of crawfish. And with the dipping sauce, you can't go wrong. And last but not least, loaded Rotel Dip with sausage, cheeses, caramelized onions, and spices. This dip hits all the flavor notes you come to expect in a dip, but what we didn't expect is the bacon, which added a really special smoky flavor and a bit of crunch. So there you have it, 4 Super Bowl party recipes. And as always, you can find all my recipes on my website, darlenestable.com. Pizza dip, another recipe for game day. So let's get started on Darlene's Table. Okay, well this is a layered dip using the same ingredients that you would use to make a pepperoni pizza. However, instead of a crust, we're going to have this bottom part that's going to be cream cheese. But the first thing I'm going to do, I bought these little mini pepperonis. You can buy a regular sized pepperoni and just chop it up. But this is going to go in the microwave for 45 seconds. I've got 2 blocks of cream cheese. I'm going to put a teaspoon of Italian dried herbs, half a cup of my Parmesan cheese. There we go. Now I'm going to mix this up. These little pepperonis were in the microwave for 45 seconds. And now I'm just going to kind of dab the grease. You know? Alright, I'm going to set this aside for the moment. And we're going to start with, this is a 9-inch deep dish pie pan. Alright, so all of this is going to go in here. I did lightly grease the pie pan. Alright, I'm going to spread it out. Probably use my little spatula here to get it even. I've got 1 cup of jarred marinara. That's how simple this is. You can buy everything and just put it together. And the jarred marinaras these days are really good. So I'm going to put half of it, which is about half a cup. Alright, half a cup of the marinara. Spread it around, just like you're putting it on a pizza, right? And then I'm going to come in with half a cup of the Parmesan. Half, this is a 1/4 cup. I'm only going to do half of the green bell peppers. Another 1/4 cup of red onion. I'm going to put half of it on here. I'm making a pizza, right? And this is a 1/4 cup of black olives. I'm putting half on here. And now I've got 2 cups of mozzarella. I'm going to put 1 cup. And half of the little pepperonis. Kind of stuck together after. Half of the little pepperonis. Now, in with the other half of the marinara. Spread it around as best you can. I come in with the Parmesan. Green bell pepper. Black olives. Red onion. Now you can put other things on here. I mean, you could put red bell pepper, you could put banana peppers, you could put Italian sausage instead of the pepperoni. And now the last will be the last of the mozzarella. Well, first I'm going to put the pepperoni. Let's get the rest of the pepperoni on here. I have preheated my oven to 375 degrees. We're going to bake this for 30 minutes at 375 degrees until it's hot and bubbly and starting to brown. All right, here it comes. That looks really good, doesn't it? Oh, that really looks like pizza. This will sit for about 10 or 15 minutes before we serve it. It looks really good. Pizza dip. Lately, I've been on a search for some really good Super Bowl party dips. I was looking for something that was familiar but different, and when I saw this recipe, I knew I'd found it. Pizza dip. It's brilliant. Someone turned the familiar taste of a pizza into a dip. Genius. It really does taste like pizza on a chip with tons of cheeses. Check out this cheese pool. That's the mozzarella with Parmesan and cream cheese. Then black olives, bell peppers, red onions, seasoned with Italian seasoning. Finally, a marinara sauce and pepperoni on top. It's sure to be a winner. I really do hope you give this recipe a try, and please let me know what you think. That's all for this video. Thanks again for watching Darlene's Table. Hello, good afternoon. Today I'm making what I call Texas Super Bowl Dip. It's a hot baked dip. So let's get started on Darlene's Table. We have sour cream, cream cheese, jalapeno, green chilies, this corn, Rotel tomatoes and green chilies, green onion, and this is salt, black pepper, and cayenne pepper. We're going to start out by cooking this Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage. Now, it says hot, but trust me, I can't do a lot of heat. It's not hot. It's got just a little more spices in it. All right, we're going to start out with 1 block of sour cream. That's 8 ounces. It's been softened. And 1 cup of sour cream. Now I'm going to blend these two together. Next will be the Rotel 14.5 ounce can, which I did drain. And the green chilies. 1 can of this steamed crisp corn. Now there's no liquid in this can, so it's a lot of corn. Or you can use frozen corn, but use a high quality corn. A shoe peg, a white shoe peg would be best. It's crisp. Now the jalapenos, green onion, and 4 ounces by weight of sharp white cheddar is what I used. Now cayenne, black pepper, and salt. I'm going to mix this well, and then I'm going to add the cooked sausage. Sausage is ready. I'm going to add it in 2 batches. Mix in between each batch. Here's the second half of the sausage. I'm going to mix this well, and then it'll go into the 8x8 lightly greased baking dish. Spread it out evenly in the baking dish. I'm only putting 1/4 cup of white cheddar on top. Now into the oven for 30 minutes at 425 degrees. Oh, just what we want. Hot, bubbly, and lightly browned on top. Let this sit for maybe 10 minutes. Texas Superbowl Dip. Recently, I was looking for a dip to make for the Super Bowl party, and of course I had to make it ahead so I could try it. I was very disappointed in it, so I took that recipe and changed it to make it more savory and gave it just a little zip, and I think I did just that. With spicy sausage, Rotel tomatoes, jalapenos, and spices like cayenne, I think we really kicked it up a notch. But not too much. I can't handle too much heat, much to the contention of my husband, but I do like a little spice. This is a dip that you will be proud of if you want to make something for a party. It's really good, and I hope you will give it a try. You can find this recipe along with others like my Crawfish Balls, enchilada dip, or other recipes worthy of a Super Bowl party. So please go there and check out on my website, darlenestable.com. Also, before we go, if you like this video, well, you know what to do. Please hit the like and the bell buttons. It really helps my channel. I'd love to see you again right here on Darlene's Table. Today, I'm going to make crawfish balls. These are great make-ahead things. You have everything done, and all you have to do is fry them on the day of your party or event or whenever you're serving them. So let's get started on Darlene's Table. All right, I'm going to start with 1 pound of cooked crawfish tails. They've been peeled, of course. 1/4 cup of celery. 1/4 cup of red bell pepper. And 1/2 cup of chopped onion. This is 4 slices of bread. You can use day-old bread. I didn't have day-old bread, so I put it in the oven at 200 degrees for about 20-25 minutes to dry it out. Just mix this well, and we're going to put part of it in the food processor. We'll do it in 2 batches. Pulse this in short spurts until you have a fine, crumbling mixture. All right, now we're going to start with the second half. Again, we're just going to pulse it in short spurts. Do not puree. All right, so we've completed the second batch, and we're going to add 1/4 cup of parsley, 1/4 cup of celery, 1/2 cup of onion, and the seasonings. 1 egg. Mix it well, and we'll start to make the balls. I did chill mine overnight. It's not necessary. You should get from 2 dozen to 2.5 dozen, depending on the size you make them. I had about 2 dozen. All right, now we'll start with flour. Dust lightly with flour. have a dry hand and a wet hand, then into the egg, then into the panko breadcrumbs. You can use regular breadcrumbs if you choose to. Dry hand, wet hand. Continue to do this until you've breaded all of them. And at this point, you can put this in an airtight container in the refrigerator for another day to fry, or you can go ahead and fry them. Looks like I got 26 out of this batch. I'm going to fry about a dozen of these, and then I'm going to freeze the others for another time. These are very good. And if you like them spicier, then you can add more cayenne to it. Crawfish balls. Crunchy on the outside and savory on the inside, stuffed with that sweet crawfish meat. Just a great appetizer for any occasion. Great for parties and get-togethers, and maybe for your next Super Bowl party. Now, I didn't fry the whole batch. I froze over half of them. Now listen to this. That's what I'm talking about. The recipe for the dipping sauce is also included in the printable recipe on my website, Darlene's Table. I have also included a direct link to the recipe in the video description. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Also consider subscribing and hit the notification bell. That way you can keep up with what's going on Darlene's Table. I'm going to make a loaded Rotel Dip. This recipe was originally by Chef Parisi, so it sounds very good. It has extra ingredients other than just your normal queso. How about caramelized onion, ground beef, Rotel, cream cheese. This is going to be so good. So let's get started on Darlene's Table. I've got 8 slices of thick bacon here. I'm going to cut this up and then we're going to fry it crisp. I forgot about the bacon. I didn't add that in there. I mean, you know it's good with bacon. All right, so this is 8 slices of bacon that I'm cut into pieces, and we're going to fry this until it's crispy. So I'm on slow cooker, put it on manual, cook, and on high. I've got 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese and a 2-pound block of Velveeta cheese. It'll probably take about 25 minutes for this to melt, and in the meantime, I'm going to be crisping up 8 slices of bacon and frying 1 pound of Jimmy Dean hot pork sausage. You can use your favorite sausage, or you can use just plain hamburger. While the cheese is melting, I'm going to crisp up the 8 slices of bacon, remove it to a paper towel covered plate. Drain the grease from the skillet. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of the bacon grease back in. And I'm going to cook my Jimmy Dean sausage. This sausage really isn't hot. It's just got a little bit of spice to it. So break it up a little. I'm going to let it brown on one side for 2 or 3 minutes. Turn it over. And now I'm going to use this is called a hamburger chopper. I love it. You can get it on Amazon, about $9.99, I believe. But it does a really good job, or you can use a spoon or a fork. You don't have to have this. So that looks done. We're going to remove that to a bowl and set aside. Now I'm going to add a little of the bacon grease again 2 tablespoons. And I'm going in with my onion. We're going to cook this onion until it's caramelized. So once it starts to turn, I've got it on medium. Once it starts to turn brown, I'm going to cut it back to low, and I'm going to cook it till it starts caramelizing. It's going to take a while. It may take you about 20 minutes to get to this point. Now I'm going to add the garlic in and saute that with my caramelized onions for 30 seconds to a minute. Turn off the heat and remove the onions to the bowl. I'm going to put the caramelized onion in here. So I'm going to go in with the caramelized onion, the sausage, Rotel tomatoes. I did drain them. I used 2 cans. Jalapeno. I did take the seeds out of that jalapeno. Lemon juice. Half a cup of amber beer. I'm going to give this a good stir. The slow cooker is still on high. All right, let's check this out. Oh, everything's nicely melted. That looks so good. Now we have some more ingredients to add. I have the bacon, half a cup of cilantro, and a bunch of green onion. That's a small bunch of green onion sliced. I do believe this is ready. I garnished this dip with some fresh cilantro, chopped tomatoes, and crispy bacon. Loaded Rotel Dip. So, you're planning a party, maybe a Super Bowl party, and you scoured the internet for a good dip. Well, I think I found a good one here. I took this to a family get-together, and I'm happy to say it was a big hit. Everyone wanted the recipe. With sausage, cheeses, caramelized onions, and spices, this dip hits all the flavor notes you come to expect in a dip. But what we didn't expect is the bacon, which added a really special smoky flavor and a bit of crunch. I really hope you give this recipe a try soon, so gather up the ingredients, and when you do, let me know what you think. That's all for this video, and thanks again for watching. Darlene's Table.